In Rachel Reeves's first budget, she abolished the non-dom system. Rachel comes up with some big sweeping measures, and she's only now finding out that being a chancellor is a very, very, very tricky job. It's been estimated by the Adam Smith Institute that one decision that she took in the budget is going to cost Britain £111 billion by 2035. Brief explanation about what it is. And so if you're a non-dom, so that means that you live in the UK, but you have your permanent tax address registered in another country abroad. And Labour, the left and socialists and all of those types of people have long since wanted to get those people because they view those people as easy money, wealth redistribution and everything else. They do seem like an easy target. These are very, very rich people. But of course, what this means is that a lot of these uber rich people who are living here and registered abroad are now facing, after the 6th of April, which is, a couple of days ago, they're now left facing an effective tax rate in some instances of up to 67% of their foreign earnings. So you can imagine what these people are going to do. They're going to leave. One of the people that's going to leave is the 8th richest person in the world, Lakshmi Mittal, who is an Indian gentleman. He's off now. He's been living in the UK for quite a while. And this crackdown essentially means that he's going to be now paying 67%. So guess what he's going to do? He's going to move abroad. And this is what they were warned about. Yes, there is massive wealth inequality in the UK. Yes, there are these rich people who have untold amounts of wealth that would make your head spin. But unfortunately, a fact of life is this. You need those people living in the country because it's been estimated by the Adam Smith Institute that the UK could lose up to 44,000 jobs as a result of these people leaving, because what they do, they invest in the country that they're living in. This is an obvious thing to do. You can be living in the UK and invest and have your tax status abroad, but of course you live in the UK, so you're going to take advantages of where you're living and you're going to create jobs and all of that type of thing. So not only is this going to cost us about 110 billion, 111 billion over the next 10 years, it's also going to take 44,000 jobs out of the economy. And so what we've got here is a bit of backpedaling, and now it seems like the Office for Budget Responsibilities coming out on the side of the government, because guess what? They've actually come out with a prediction that says that these changes would have raised 33.8 billion over the next 5 years. So they were wrong about that. So it seems now that these people who are in the Office for Budget Responsibility, who are setting all of these taxes and all of these things that the government are doing, are also incompetent. But you do see the game that's being played. You watch Keir Starmer say, well, the OBR's telling me that, we're going to have 500 extra pounds in our pocket, and so they're telling me that, so that's what they've told me. So he's shifting responsibility over to them, and quite soon we're going to see more and more focus put onto this Office for Budget Responsibility, because these unseen bureaucrats are now making massive decisions, and they've just cost us a ton of money, to the tune of 111 billion, where they thought it was going to make 33.8 billion over the next 5 years. So you see, these sums of money are absolutely monumental, and these tiny changes that are made for ideological reasons have massive repercussions later down the line. And you just have to look at a bunch of these things. The national insurance changes that the government made are having massive repercussions through the care sector, through the hospitality sector, through all of the service economy, through all businesses who employ people. Rachel Reeves had no clue what she was doing at all. The Labour Party has no clue, because there isn't a business person among them. You've got the OBR, the Office for Budget Responsibility, standing behind all of these decisions, and the whole thing is an absolute mess. And of course, one thing we've learned about this government, Keir Starmer doesn't like to backpedal. He doesn't like to backpedal, and so do they have the heart and the wherewithal to come out before this budget and say, you know what, we've got a few things wrong, let's just alter this and let's put a bit on income tax or whatever it is? But the voices are clamouring louder and louder every time the government comes out and says, oh, we've lost this money, we've lost that money. The crowd is shouting for tax the rich all the time. You see it all the time on social media. And this needs to be corrected, because if we keep going down this line, this is just playing out like the book Atlas Shrugged. It's not going to work. How they're managing this is not going to work. They need to change course, admit they've made an error, reduce the national insurance contributions, reduce this non-dom rubbish that they've brought out, attract rich people into the country, and just start taxing us sensibly. Put a bit on fuel if that's what you're going to do, increase income tax or whatever it is that you're going to do. But the government's got to get real, and at the moment, Reeves is just sticking her fingers in her ears and just, repeating the same mantra over and over again and just deferring to the OBR. Who's actually in charge here? Is it the OBR or is it Rachel Reeves? And within all of this grey area, the country is going down the pan. They need to get this together, but I don't think they're equipped. There's not a business person amongst them. Silly. Anyway, thanks for your time.